Shabbat Shalom, everybody. My name is Jason.
I'm Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Eli.
And we are the Yahuwah and the Torah channel. And we can't thank you guys enough for being a part of our little itty bitty tiny family as we read through these scriptures. And we got some exciting stuff going for you. We've been busy. We've been coding up some stuff. And we're going to be doing a little bit of trivia as we go in and out of all of this. And so this is going to be a broadcast for the generations. We are the family who believes that the laws, the statutes, and the commandments that are found in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy are the foundational standposts, the guideposts, the cement structures for all of life. We believe when the scriptures say that if you will obey my laws, my statutes, and my commands, you will be my people, and I will be your Elohim. We believe when it says in Revelation 14 that those who are saved are those who have the faith of our Messiah, Yahushua, and also those who keep the commandments. We also believe Matthew 7 when it says, "Depart from me, you who are lawless." So as we begin this, let us get into this. And for those who are viewing this, we're going to nail the very first thing, and we're going to go in and out of this. And this is the very first trivia question. So for those of you in the chat that are wanting to mess around with this and play along, this is the very first thing. From which region did Yov's three friends originate? Now let us get into our thing. You guys can answer this as we roll through this. Song number one. Let's hit it, Eli.
If you walk with me, I'll walk with you. Rain in its season, skies made new. But if you turn away, refuse my call, your pride will break, your strength will fall. If you got my Torah and keep my ways, I'll multiply shalom in all of your days. Fields will flourish, barns overflow. Fear will vanish wherever you go. Fire will chase 100 away. 1,000 flee when you stand and stay. I'll set my dwelling among your land. Walk with you, hold your hand. If you walk with me, I'll walk with you. Rain in its season, skies made new. But if you turn away, refuse my call, your pride will break, your strength will fall. But if you reject what I command, turn your heart from my outstretched hand. Terror rises from deep within. Enemies strike for hidden sin. Skies like bronze, earth like stone. Harvest failing, fields overgrown. 7 times more will the pressure rise until your pride finally dies. If you walk with me, I'll walk with you. Rain in its season, skies made new. But if you turn away, refuse my call, your pride will break, your strength will fall. If you confess your crooked way, return to me. Don't delay, I remember covenant, name and vow, mercy given even now. I will not destroy your life. My promise stands, my love divine. If you walk with me, I'll walk with you. Rainy season, skies may new, but if you turn away, refuse my call, your pride will break, your strength will fall. Every blessing, every miracle flows from reverence for my soul. I'll walk with me, choose life again. I'm faithful through all where you've been. So take his ways and hold them tight. Walk in truth and choose the right. Be our growth, flow like a steady stream. When you walk in God's redeeming dream. If you walk with me, I'll walk with you. Rainy season, skies may new, but if you turn away, refuse my call, your pride will break, your strength will
All right, here we are, guys. Let's see. Did anybody answer this? Anyway, nobody had anything. All right, so let's go around the table here. Let's try this. From which region did Job's three friends originate? Any guesses?
I would say Canaan.
Okay, let's do the first guess. One was a Temanite. One was a Shuhite.
One was a Hittite. It has to be Canaan.
One was a Mothite. So which region did Job's three friends originate?
Oh, I think Canaan, because this happened during Abraham's time, so
The
they didn't
East.
have. I mean,
I'd say that's the answer. While Job's location, Uz, is debated, it is generally placed in the Arabian desert or near Edom. So I don't know if that was the greatest one, but at least we can see where we stand. All right, how about this? What was the name of the Hebrew name of Queen Esther? Anyone?
can I say now, or are we going to do a song?
Let's everyone out there, let's see if anyone can grab this.
Yeah,
All right, so let's see if anyone can grab this. Let us get into our next one. Here we go. Eli actually knows this one, so let's roll into our next thing. Here we are, guys. Psalms 91.
Under your wings I will hide and sing, safe from the arrows the night may bring. Yahuwah, my refuge, my shelter true. No fear remains when I rest in you. He who dwells in the secret place finds protection in Yah's embrace. Shadow of the mighty, covering wide, and under his wings I safely hide. No snare traps me, no plague draws near. His truth, my shield, removing fear. Now terrors vanish, day arrows miss. His presence greater than all of this. Under your wings I will hide and sing, safe from the arrows the night may bring. Yahuwah, my you high with steadfast aim. Under your wings I will hide and sing, safe from the arrows the night may bring. Yahuwah, my refuge, my shelter true. No fear remains when I rest in you. Call on me, I will answer your cry. Rescue and honor you from on high. With long life I satisfy you. Show my deliverance strong and true. Dwelling in shalom, wrapped in his might. Walking in courage, refusing fight. He is my refuge, fortress strong. Under his wings I belong. Every promise sealed and sure. Every step in his love secure. Under your wings I will hide and sing, safe from the arrows the night may bring. Yahuwah, my refuge, my shelter true. No fear remains when I rest in you. Under your wings I will hide and sing, safe from the arrows the night may bring. Yahuwah, my refuge, my shelter true. No fear remains when I rest in you.
All right, guys, from Psalms 91, that is a beautiful little song there. Now, here we are. We have some people in here that are playing along with this, and it seems like, what do we got, Miss Nicole?
All right, Sylvia, she was the first one to answer. She said Hadassah.
Gotcha. Sylvia wins.
Lavinia also said it. So did Baruch Yahuwah.
Nice.
Let's see. Rick Johnson says Ishtar Esther, which that's the same as Hadassah. And Yaneli.
Well, it's not. That's not the
It's-
same as
It's
Hadassah.
the English.
Right.
versus
Right. That's how they
Hebrew.
named it. Right. It wasn't
Yeah.
ever. The English was not. I mean, it was never ever supposed to be like Easter or Ishtar.
Well, no, but Esther.
Esther, right? And yeah, Esther is the
it's-
same thing. It's,
right.
it's the same thing. That's why people have a lot of problems with that. So we are. Good job, everybody. Esther is a Persian name, likely derived from the word for star or the goddess Ishtar. All right, guys. So here we are. Which terrifying sea creature is described in Job 41 as having scales like rows of shields? And so we will go through this. You guys can answer. When we have the correct answer, then we will move on to the next one. We got a couple songs here so we can keep this rolling. So this is out of Psalms 27. It's called Light of My Life. Here we are.
Yahuwah is my shepherd, I walk unafraid. Still waters calm me, green pastures lay. Even in the valley where shadows hide, Yahuwah stands close by my side. He restores my spirit when hope feels thin. shadows threaten to swallow the light, Yahuwah guides me through the night. He leads with wisdom I cannot trace, walks beside me in infinite grace, paths of shalom beneath my feet, strength in moments when life repeats. No fear remains, no doubt inside. He is my refuge, my constant guide.
All right.
Yahuwah is my shepherd, I walk unafraid. Still waters calm, green pastures lay. Even in the valley where shadows hide, Yahuwah stands close by my side.
All right. Now, all right. For those of you that have hung around on this, Mr. Cole, who got this? Who got
Sylvia. Sylvia was the first one.
Sylvia Ewords, you are on top of it. You are a top scholar.
Baruch Yahuwah, narrow path for me, Sue, and I think that was everybody that answered that one.
Nice. Good job, guys. All right. So, according to the song of Shaloma, love is described as being as strong as what? I don't know if we want this one, too.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's some of these in here now. You guys will never guess where I got these at. So, but let's give it a run. Let's see what it is. If it's something totally obscure, I'm very sorry. I don't know if you guys ever read the songs of Shalom. I don't have a way to even skip these ones.
I
But
don't say it's like something else, but I don't.
like a deer. I don't know what it is. Let's give it a run. Here we are. Let's go to our final song that we're doing right here, guys, as we are introing into this. Here we are, and this is from Tehillim as well. It looks like these are all Psalms.
Power and strength from Yahuwah's hand. He lifts my steps and helps me stand when darkness rises like a flood. He breaks the chains, my mighty one. Waves of destruction rolled at my feet. Fear tried to crush me, storms tried to beat. Cords of shield pulling me down, shadows of death circling around. But in my distress, I cried out loud. Yahuwah answered through thunder and cloud. Earth shook violently at his decree. Foundations trembled beneath the sea. I run with strength from Yahuwah's hand. He lifts word, I kept my way, did not depart or go astray. Yahweh rewards the clean of heart. He lifts the humble, tears pride apart. His way is perfect, his promise sure. His shield surrounds the sincere and pure. By him I leap over walls so high. Run through a troop, refuse to die. Always straight from Yahweh's hand. He lifts my steps and helps me stand. When darkness rises like a flood, he breaks the chains, my mighty one. Torture my spirit, light in the night, training my hands to win every fight. He makes my feet like the deer's with pine, sets me on heights that defy all time. Nations tremble when Yah draws near. Enemies scatter in trembling feet. He lives forever, exalt his name. Yahuwah alone, no other claim. He gives deliverance, kindness shown, mercy to David on his throne. To all his seed that keep upright, he shines his strength through every fight. I always stray from Yahweh's hand. He lifts my steps and helps me stand. When darkness rises like a flood, he breaks the chains, my mighty one. I run with strength from Yahweh's hand. He lifts my steps and helps me stand. When darkness rises like a flood, he breaks the chains, my mighty one.
All right, beautiful family. So here we are. We made it through this, and this was our fun little thing right here. I don't know if anybody got this.
Nobody said anything.
Nobody said
yet,
anything,
but
guys.
It might be behind a little bit.
So we might be behind, possibly. I don't
So
know. I
we
don't think
need
it's
to
too
go a little
far.
slower.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's see if we can nail this one. Who does Yochanan criticize in his third letter for loving to be first and refusing to welcome the brothers? First hint, his name means nourished by Zeus. He gossips maliciously about the apostles. And next hint, he puts people out of the cirque, out of the church. Who is this? I don't know who they're
Apollos?
talking. I don't know who they're talking about. Diotrephes is a rare example of a specific individual named as a disruptive leader in the early kirke, the church. And so we don't believe in the church. We don't actually, as far as what we believe in, this is the assembly. What we are is basically just an assembly. And so what we're going to do right after we greet all of you beautiful family out there is we're going to read the laws, the statutes, and commandments of our Creator. They are something absolutely beautiful. They are something absolutely incredible. And these are the laws, statutes, and commandments that if you will apply to your life will dramatically change. Everything in your life will change from the way you get up in the morning till the way you go to bed at night. Your entire life will change. Your priorities will change. How you view this world, how you view the next world. All of this will change when we come into Torah keeping. So, Mystical, will you please say hi to our brothers and sisters?
Hold on, you have a question now.
I got a question. Let's do it.
What was the answer to the question before? Was Yael. And-
Jail. Yeah, Yael.
And Brandy wants to know, was she a prostitute?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that. I don't have an answer for that. See, these are this is the trivia stuff that I went out and assimilated a tremendous amount of questions, and I don't actually. One thing is we will never see the exact same questions twice. There's over 1,000 of these, and so this is things that You know, when I was going over these and just trying to do it myself as I was playing around with this code, I felt a little overwhelmed perhaps with my understanding of scriptures. Even though Boss Clan, we literally have typed up every single word of these scriptures over and over and over and over. There's still things that you can read over and over and over. That's why the Torah never gets old. Scriptures never, ever get old. There's always something incredible to read in scriptures. There's always something that you can bring your soul to a stronger place with our Creator. So, Miss Nicole, will you pray to our brothers and sisters?
To pray first.
Oh, yeah. Let's open up some prayer.
And Jade to do the Shema.
Let's do it.
Blessed Father, thank you for this day, and we thank you for your Shabbat. Thank you for this day, and we thank you for the family that you put around us today, the family united in the Ruach HaKodesh, that is seeking your Torah, seeking your ways, seeking to obey what you have set out for us to do years ago, what the world has forgotten. And we ask that you are with us today, that your spirit is on our hearts, minds, and souls we read in this word, and that we understand the commands, and we understand the words of your Son, and we understand what your scriptures has to say. We thank you for showing us the truth and showing us the light, and we thank you for the day you've given us to rest. We thank you for all in his name. Amen.
Okay, so let's go over the Shema. This is a beautiful little thing. This means hear and obey. For those who don't know who Yisrael is, that could be you. Everybody who obeys the laws, the statutes, and the commandments of our Creator that are found in the first 5 books of Scriptures are considered Yisrael. And so we are the Ivrim. We are the Ivri people, Ivri. And so, Jade, will you please give our brothers and sisters our basic motto of commandment keeping?
Hear, O Yisrael, Yahuwah Elohim, Yahuwah is one. And you shall love Yahuwah, your Elohim, with all your heart, and with all your being, and with all your might. And these words I am commanding you today shall be in your heart, and you shall impress them upon your children, and shall speak of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates.
Now, what this is describing is essentially the word of our Creator. Essentially, what we are told to do is to know these Torah commands with everything we have, right? Heart, mind, and soul. And you would love our Creator with all of that. Now, for those of you who understand what true love is, you understand that you can't tell your wife you love her and then go out and cheat on her. It doesn't make any difference. Now, that same thing goes for our Creator. You can't say, I love you, Most High Elohim, with all my heart, mind, and soul, but yet I find that your laws, statutes, and commandments are a little old, a little moldy, a little corrupted, and a little, past dated, if you know what I mean, right? There's no way that you could possibly ever claim to love your Creator when you hate what He has to say. So, if we are going to be honest with ourselves and really truly understand what the love of our Creator is, it's something that we dedicate our lives to, the same thing that our Creator dedicated our lives to. And our lives have been dedicated to worshiping our Creator, to being a part of His kingdom to come. Now, this is something that is very hard for people to understand because we all come from a religious system that has taken all of these beautiful commandments and made them null and void. And when we were a product of that environment, we pretty much hurt ourselves. We hurt our bodies, we hurt our spirits, we hurt everything. We hurt our families, we hurt our children. Every day, every moment that we did not have the Torah in our lives, we have damaged others and ourselves. And so this is why, as a people, we want to come together as Yah's people, read scriptures, celebrate His day. This is an appointed time that we've been given. It's a set apart day. When you are keeping the Shabbat, you are keeping a commandment that we've been told. Now, Miss Nicole, who do we have out there?
All right. We have Sarah and William, Danny Boy, Sue, Chris, Brandy and family, Josh Rhodes, Spicy Cannon, Genie out of
That's
this
awesome.
world.
Spicy cannon.
Genie out of this world. Kathy, Jeremy and Callan, Christina, Sylvia, Brian, Honeymoon Stitch. We have Denise Davis, which is a new name, so welcome to you. Loving Yah. Let's see. Baruch Yahuwah. Narrow Path for me.
I love that name, Baruch Yahuwah. That is such a cool name.
Rich
Nice work.
Johnson. Yanelli.
Yanelli.
That's a new name as well, so welcome
Hi,
to you.
Yanelli.
Sister Barb and family.
We love you guys. We love you all.
Gail Williams.
Hi, Gail.
Let's see. Still scrolling. Sandra. Colleen. And then we have another one, Trucks 959. Welcome to you.
Right on.
Okay.
Wow, trucks. This is a big house today.
It is. Obi Lines Chris. Still searching for names. Grace. I think that's everybody. If I missed anybody, I apologize.
Yes, welcome to you guys now, in the future. Everybody, we love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Now, what we're going through is the most amazing piece of this entire thing. And gentlemen around this table, it's going to go a little different because it's not going to go at the speed we used to go because, unfortunately, it's a self-scroller. So here we are. These are these laws, these statutes, and these commandments that we have now put into this. And the commandment number 1 is to be fruitful. Hello?
They can't see it. So
Oh, they
don't
can't see it.
know.
Yeah, so I mean, well, so guys, why don't you pack around over here? Commandment number 2 is
Multiply.
multiply. Commandment number 3.
Replenish the earth. Commandment number 4.
Well, let's give this. The reason that I have the scrolling going at this rate is so that we don't blow through this. This is the most important thing that we can possibly do right here. Is this now? Everybody, come around me and let's read as they go. Commandment number 4.
Subdue it, having over the fish, fowl, and every living creature. Commandment 5. They are bearing, and every tree is for food.
Commandment number 6 is men and women should build their own families. And obviously we live in the world where that's not such a big deal. They've killed the family off. Next, commandment 7, guys. Are you
Master sin.
Master sin. You guys got anything for him? Guys,
What do you
what do you mean? Well, I mean,
Got any
what does
explanation?
mastering sin mean?
means to not sin, means to have control over yourself.
Yeah, let's go roll.
Commandment 8. Every clean moving thing that lives shall be food for you.
And understand that clean food is not pig. It's not horse. It's not zebra. It's not falcon. All these other things, right? Commandment number 9 is do not eat the blood. Very important stuff, right? I mean, we all have these, at least we used to have these medium rare steaks, and they were all bloody. So bloody they could stand up and run away if they wanted to. Those are the kind of things that we don't do as Yah's people.
Walk before me and be perfect.
Okay. Give something, fellas.
Oh, we're supposed to.
Well, until it's gone, this is you. All you.
Obey Yahuwah's Torah, but being perfect is obeying what Yahuwah says.
All right. Who gets commandment 11?
Guard Yahuwah's covenant, laws, statutes, and commandments.
So you get a little time to talk here, Mr. Eli, because this is the biggest commandment that has been reiterated more times than any other commandment is guarding the covenant, laws, and statutes. So,
Obey the Torah. Everything that we're saying here, obey.
right. And, it brings what? What does it bring? What does the Torah bring to you?
Righteousness,
It br-
blessings.
Well, it brings and death, life and death, right?
Right.
So you have an opportunity. Everybody has an opportunity to choose life or to choose death. And so, commandment, the next commandment. See it, guys. Look at this sucker. This thing is rolling through. This is one single command that's reiterated over and over and over. So if you really want to pick up anything from this reading, look at how many times we're told to be an obedient people. Commandment 12.
Every child shall be circumcised. Every male child shall be circumcised at 8 days old.
What you got, buddy?
Self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory. Well, it's part of the covenant walk, right? It's absolutely something that we have been told to do, and it's something that is part of a mark that our Creator has given to us. Next.
Teach your children the commands and guard the way of Yahuwah. If you want to obey Yahuwah,
Okay.
remember Yahuwah's name for all generations. Don't forget it. Don't call him Lord or God. Call him Yahuwah. That's his
Yeah.
title.
Absolutely. Next.
Keep the Passover, Pesach, the holy time.
And what is it?
It's the first appointed time we get in scriptures.
Yeah. Next.
Keep the feast of unleavened bread. This is another time during a little bit right after Passover that we're supposed to obey and follow. There's one Torah for the stranger and the Hebrew. Everyone should be keeping the Torah. It's not only for like one certain people. The Torah is for everyone.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you come from. You can come out of Satanism, right? Cannibalism, whatever it is. There's still one Torah for us. If you want to be a child of the Most High, that's what we do to keep these commandments.
Sanctify all firstborn to Yahuwah. All firstborn belong to Yahuwah. They were to be his chosen people. Those were what he chose first, was the firstborn.
Yeah, there's definitely lineage issue things inside of it, like giving your firstborn double portions. Commandment 19, there are no mighty ones before Yahuwah, right? It's simple enough, but I mean, we live in a pagan world where the Trinity has taken over and we have mighty ones in the name of our Messiah, right? And, we have one Elohim Most High.
You should not make graven images. Don't make things out of wood, stone. Don't worship something like that is physical that you can see. Worship Yahuwah. Do not bring Yahuwah's name to naught. We're supposed to keep his name holy. We're not supposed to use it in vain. We're not supposed to swear by his name falsely.
Yeah, or swear by it, right? People say, "Oh my beep," and that even though it's not the right name, it's still the intent, and you're not going to go swearing it's your mother's name, right? Okay,
Keep the Shabbat, the Sabbath day. That is the seventh day, the holy day Yahuwah has set apart. He said, "Keep my day, and you will be my people."
Honor your parents. We're supposed to obey our parents. Our Yahuwah is our parent. He is our father. We're supposed to obey him, and he gave us parents that we obey them.
Yeah. Do not kill. Obviously, right? I mean, it's one of these things that life is in the blood, life is in the spirit and the soul, and we deal with a lot of people on death row that you don't make it to death row unless you have done something of this sort.
Do not break wedlock. Be faithful. Get married first.
Get married first, and you don't cheat, right? The grass isn't greener on the other side of the fence, right? It's been sprayed with Monsanto, and you're going to go grazing, and you're going to end up with some horrible disease.
Do not steal. If it doesn't belong to you, it is not yours.
Next.
Do not make any false accusations against your neighbor. It is not right to lie or make false witnesses, and that is a punishable offense.
Punishable by death, but to do to them what you planned on doing to your neighbor if you were evil.
Do not covet anything from your neighbors. Don't covet things that you don't have. They aren't yours, and you don't need to take them or want anything of them.
His lawnmower or his wife, right? Keep off all of that. It's not yours.
Do not make altar from a rock that tool is touched. So if tool has touched a rock, then don't make an altar out of it.
Do not go up to the altar by the steps. We were not supposed to go near the altar. Like I said, that was meant for Levitical priests only. That was not for the people outside of Levitical priesthood.
Yep.
If a man steals cattle, you shall restore it 5 times. If you're a thief, you have to give it back 5 times what you stole.
Yeah.
It's a rightful law.
And that's part of the Torah, right? They're all great commands to live under. Okay, Yahuwah's Torah laws for criminals. There's a whole set of laws, right? This is Exodus 22, 2 through 15. There's things that we do, right? You steal, things happen. You murder, things happen. You commit adultery, things happen, right? And a lot of it leads to death. And it shocks a lot of people. But in Yah's Torah, we're trying to get rid of evil.
Command 33, do not lie with beast.
That
It's
should
an
be obvious.
abomination.
Yeah, it should be obvious, but I mean, it still happens worldwide. It's not a good thing, obviously.
Don't make sacrifices to other gods or Elohim. No idols. Don't do child sacrifice. You're not supposed to do anything except to Yahuwah.
Yeah, don't take your kids to the abortion clinics, right? That's just another offering your child to Moloch on the stainless steel tables. Do not oppress a stranger, fatherless or a widow, right? We have these commandments that we are to take care of all of these people that are broken, widows, fatherless, strangers, everybody. This is how we bring the kingdom in, by loving those we don't know and putting ourselves out.
Do not charge your brother interest. There's no need to make money off of someone like your brother.
Yeah, there's laws, right? We're not supposed to tax and take, mess our Yah's people up. We're not, there's other people that we can, make money on, but if we're sitting there taxing people that are already struggling because they took a loan, that's where we need charity.
If you borrow your neighbor's raiment, return to him before sunset. That is something very important. Back in the day, people only had one pair of clothes. So they didn't have a lot, and if they were going cold at night, Yahuwah would hear about it.
Yeah, and that's Yah's love for his people.
Do not curse two of your people. Back then, your king was a holy Yah. He was selected by Yahuwah, and we were not supposed to curse him if he was our ruler.
Now, this doesn't talk about the orange man. We're not supposed to not curse the ruler of the Satan. Trump is a Satanist, right? These are the people we don't support. We don't support those who are into all of the kind of evil like that, right? There's no politicians that aren't sold. Same for all of this.
Do not eat what is torn of any beast. When we eat things that are clean, we are the ones who kill them ourselves. We don't take something that's been torn of beast, could probably have some diseases, bacteria, something wrong with it, and we should not be eating that.
No false report, right? You do unto others as you want it done unto you, right? Let's say the golden command is, or whatever it is. right? When you're doing a false report, you're injuring people, right? People do this all the time. We live under Nosebook, Facebook, right? People put all their lives and their existence out on this satanic social media, and it just crushes families. It ruins souls. It ruins people. Everybody. It's like a giant high school. It's ridiculous.
Do not follow a multitude of evil. Don't go with a bad group. They will lead you astray.
Do not judge righteously against the poor. It does not matter rich or poor. Everyone should be judged equally according to the Torah. It does not matter their financial or social status. Bring back your enemy's cattle you find it going astray. If you find someone's donkey going away, just bring it back to them, even if they are your enemy. They don't deserve to lose cattle.
Yeah.
And help the animals of your enemy. If you see your enemy's animal struggling, stuck, or something's going wrong with him, help him out, because the animal that you're hanging against you.
Yep.
Stay away from rumors and gossipers. It is
Facebook.
not right to involve yourself in lies is an unholy matter in the eyes of Yahuwah. Take no bribes. You should always be fair. You shouldn't just accept things for money.
Yep. Do not oppress a stranger. Love the stranger. Right. We don't call people goyim. We don't label people as something lesser than anything, because you're never going to bring the kingdom to people and show people the love of the kingdom unless you are willing to show them love. And so there's a lot of things that we can do to bring the kingdom to fruition, and love is a lot of it.
Give your land rest in the 7th year. This is the Jubilee, the 7th rest, that you're not supposed to do any farming or anything of that sort.
Yes, 7s and 50s.
Any pagan names, they are satanic, they are evil. You're only supposed to use Yahuwah's name.
Keep the feast of Yahuwah. It tells us every single feast that we should be keeping, and there's none that we shouldn't keep.
Yeah, as long as it's Yah's stuff. We don't celebrate all this other mumbo-jumbo, Christmas and Istar and all these other satanic things. Do not cook your goat in his mother's milk, right? There's certain things that the pagans did that we don't do, so in the event of something like this, you don't do that.
Obey the messenger Yahuwah sends before you. If you were sent a messenger, you were supposed to follow him if it came in the name of Yahuwah. Do not bow down to other Elohim. Only worship Yahuwah.
Yeah.
Serve Yahuwah. You're supposed to serve him and him only. No one else. And you're supposed to do what he tells you to do, and that is the Torah.
Make no covenant with other Elohim, gods, or outsiders of the lands, right? We're supposed to be a set-apart people, and that is included with everything that we do, right? We try to stay away from the world. We try to set ourselves apart to the very, very best of our abilities. Do not use or make this anointing oil on a normal person. Do not use or make or use this perfume. These were Levitical concoctions that they actually give us a recipe for, and we are told not to recreate this specific recipe. And so those are things that if you think that some perfume is great, you wouldn't make that particular one.
Do not eat the fat that is burned on Yahuwah and only for him only.
It's not healthy, right?
Do what you say you're going to. Being part of doing what you're part of your word and keeping your oath is a very important thing. Return what is your neighbor's. If you borrow something, if you see something of theirs, just give it back to them.
Obey Yahuwah's dietary laws. He gave us these commands to keep us healthy, to keep us clean, and he has the animals that are not meant for sacrifices. So we are supposed to obey his dietary laws so that we do not hurt ourselves.
Absolutely. Women time of separation, right? There's rules and regulations, right? We don't go into them. They need time to recover, time to do the women's stuff. And there's rules and regulations that we're supposed to take care of them.
Obey Yahuwah's Torah, his laws.
Hygiene laws. Stay clean, right? There's all these different things about touching corpses, touching all this kind of stuff. And it's, hygiene laws.
Keep the Day of Atonement, Yom HaKippurim. It's a day that we are supposed to afflict our being and repent.
Do not uncover the nakedness of your family. That's wickedness, and you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to deal with your family like that.
Yeah, and it's a mess. It's a tragedy. Do not take your woman's sister for a wife, right? This command came because of such an incident that came by, and it was really a family wrecker. The families were never ever like a coherent as a clean family. People were going down the wells.
Do not lie to the woman with her uncleanness. Hygiene, part of the hygiene law is part of something that Yahuwah does not want us to do to stay clean. Do not sacrifice your children to Moloch. Sacrifice of children is bad.
Yeah, we shouldn't be offering our kids up to Moloch.
Don't be a sodomite. It's an unholy act. It's an unholy thing. Yahuwah is not down with that.
Be Kodesh, be holy, right? And that's the way we're supposed to live. We're supposed to live under a certain way, certain instructions. And when we start walking Torah, that's how we walk in Kodesha. That's how we walk in holiness.
Do not reap the corn of your field, or you're not giving your vineyard. You should leave that for the stranger and the people that come by that are hungry, so that they have stuff to eat.
Don't just falsely defraud your neighbor. Don't be evil to them. There's no need to.
Yeah, stop ripping your neighbors off.
Don't lie or be a liar. More part of like keeping your oath and keeping your word is very important, Yahuwah, that everybody remains honest.
It's also one of these things that, lying is what defines human beings, right? If you're either a liar, liars are bad people. Pay your workers for the day's wage they are due, right? If you are a boss, an employer, and your people need paid, pay them. That's what our Creator wants. He doesn't want people to be hungry at night.
Do not harm the disabled. That one should be obvious, but there's no need to harm them. They're already going through enough.
Yeah, don't kick their wheel off their wheelchair. That's not right. Don't mess with them. Commandment 76: do not endanger your neighbor. Right? These are the kind of commands that people are like, I hate the Torah. The Torah is old, it's garbage. Okay, so let's chop a giant sycamore tree down on your neighbor's house and kill him. Right? That's what this is all about. This is all about making sure that we don't do stupid things that hurt people.
Do not hate your brother. Love your brother. Don't hate him. Rebuke your neighbor for his sin. If you've found sin in the land, you found your neighbor doing sin, you were supposed to come before him and confront him and say, that is wrong. You need to repent for what you've done.
And if he doesn't, then you get a witness, and then yada yada. Continue on.
Love your neighbor as yourself. Do as you want them to do to you. It's a golden rule there.
It's the second of the greatest commandments that our Creator, that our Messiah gave us, right? Love your neighbor as yourself. Most people don't do it. Most people don't love Yahuwah with all their heart, mind, and soul either. Do not divorce your cattle. Don't be intermingling all these different kinds of breeds and various things. Our Creator has specifically given us various breeds for various things.
You open your seed. When you're planting, don't plant like a bunch of different things all together. Do one thing separately.
Yep.
You do not mingle linen and wool.
Unless you want a vibrating, unhealthy sensation that's going to zap you, right? You don't do that. Linen is an incredible substance as well as wool, and both of them have resonating frequencies that will make you pulsate in a bad way.
Do not lie with a woman. There's just more immorality.
Taken woman. Do not lie with a taken woman. Let's specify this. Okay, commandment 84.
Do not eat the fruit of the trees for 3 years. When you plant a tree, wait for 3 years before you eat any of its fruit. The first thing's like it needs its fruit to like regrow, basically.
It's weak. Yeah, they're weak for the first 3 years as far as like substance.
Do not practice sorcery. Let's do black magic or any evil like that. That is very satanic and very evil.
And not just black magic. Sorcery's all over it, right? It's in the pharmaceutical world. The doctors and all these guys are pushing sorcery for a fix. Here, inject this and you're going to live forever. Commandment 86, do not round your beard or the corners of your head. Take it like a man. Enjoy it. Enjoy your big beard there, burly men.
Do not cut yourself to the dead. Another thing that pagans did, they would start cutting themselves until they died or something.
Break out the razors. Here we go. Okay, do not get tattoos, right? That's obvious. Our Creator wants us to stay holy, kodesh, undefiled, and there's all sorts of bad things that happen with tattoos, right? You can get all sorts of infections, and who knows what kind of ink they're using. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. And I don't think you should be putting ink in your body anyway. It doesn't sound good.
Do not prostitute your daughter.
That's messed up.
Let's not do it. Yeah, no, I'm sure it's been done long enough that there's a command for it. Don't do it. Do not defile your temple. This all goes down with like injections. Don't inject yourself with sorcery. Don't inject yourself with all this kind of crazy madness that this world wants to put poison in you. So this is why we stay away from these people, and it's the way it is.
Do not consult the medium. More unholy magic, more unholy sorcery, things you're not supposed to be part of.
Respect your elders. Those who are older or wiser, they've been through a lot more. Have respect for them and treat them better.
Have correct weights and measures. Don't try and rip people off. Do things fairly.
Yeah, do not walk in the manners of the nation. Guys, this is it, right? It's just, what are we in right now? February's coming up here. They'll have little satanic days, right? Those are all manners of the nations, right? You celebrate Valentine's Day. It's all satanic. You celebrate all this stuff. We stay away from this stuff. Keep the first fruits, Shavuot, Omer Count, and Pentecost. Guys, appointed times that we have been told to keep for all generations, all times. It never expires. All of these commands you see right here are for all days.
Keep the Feast of Trumpets, Yom Teruah. The day of blasting is the day we were told to keep. It's a very important day.
Keep the Feast of Sukkot, Shemini Esrez. They are supposed to sleep in tents and booths to remembrance and a practice for future times.
If you blaspheme the name of Yahuwah, you shall be put to death. Don't take his name in vain. Don't use his name wrongly. If you kill your neighbor's animal, you must give him another. If you're out killing your neighbor's animal, I mean, it's only justifiable that you give him something in return. You give him another animal in return.
Repay injury for injury. If you hurt someone, they're allowed to hurt you back. Basically, if you do cause permanent damage, your permanent damage may be caused to you. On the Yovel, the Jubilee year. Every 50th year, everything returns to their original owners.
Confess your sins to Yahuwah and repay who you have trespassed against. You are supposed to be honest with Yahuwah, honest in your sins, and you need to do right by those who you have wronged.
The Torah of being a Nazir. There's a Nazirite pact that we're supposed to do. Don't share hair, don't drink wine, things like that. Whereas easy on the four corners of your garments, the tassel that we were commanded to wear is a sign that we are Yahuwah's people. The laws of who touches a corpse. Those who touch corpse are unclean, and they have to bathe and all that.
Follow Yahuwah's law of inheritance. There was a certain way Yahuwah wanted inheritance to be separated and sorted, and that was his way of doing it.
Torah of keeping your oath to Yahuwah. When you make an oath to Yahuwah, you have to keep it.
Do not add or take away from the word. If you are adding and taking away from the Torah, you are desecrating what Yahuwah has considered holy.
Guard your soul. One of these things is like, 3 words, but when you look at guarding your soul and you look at the religious system that we are up against, nobody does it, right? Putting the laws of our Creator on the cross, saying they don't exist, saying that Jesus made a new way for stuff, that's not guarding your soul. Guarding your soul is doing what the Scriptures has told us to do, which is to be obedient. And that takes us to learning to fear Yahuwah. You're never going to be obedient if you don't fear our Creator, right? If you don't have any understanding of what life and death and Sheol, the bad hot part of Sheol is about, that's where we don't want to go.
You shall love Yahuwah with all your heart. You should keep his Torah, you should obey him. Anything you do, you should be loving him.
Bind the Torah upon your hand in the frontlets between your eyes. It's what's supposed to be a part of your daily life, part of your body. You're supposed to remember the Torah for all times.
Write the laws on your doorposts. We're supposed to have this on our doorposts, so everything around us is filled with the Torah.
Do not tempt Yahuwah. Big stuff, right? Nailing the laws to the cross is tempting Yahuwah. You're basically saying, I don't care what you have had to say, even though you created me, even though you are my Elohim, even though you're my designer and my father, I don't care, right? This is what it's saying, right? Continue
Do
on.
what is right and good in the sight of Yahuwah. Weigh things according to the Torah. Is this look right according to the Torah? What should we be doing this?
Do not be afraid of our enemies. When we had Yahuwah on our side, we were supposed to have full faith in him that he would deliver us from any circumstance.
And he will. We've seen it over and over and over. There's been so many miracles, we can't even remember them all.
Remember Yahuwah. Don't be like Israel, how they forgot about Yahuwah, and they were cursed and punished for it because they forgot Yahuwah was their Elohim.
Yeah, you don't want to go through your day without having Yahuwah in your life, right? It's all about bringing the Torah in, bringing our Creator in, and making him everything in our lives.
Circumcise your heart. Humble yourself. Humble yourself before Yahuwah. Do not come with a haughty spirit and a prideful mind.
Cleave to Yahuwah. We should always be thinking about Yahuwah. Yahuwah should always be on our mind. Swear by his name. We're supposed to basically we're supposed to swear by Yahuwah's name.
Yeah, and if you make an oath to under the name of Yahuwah, you better do it, right?
People better be truthful.
Yeah, you better be truthful. It's a big deal. It's not a small thing. Destroy graven images, right? I wish we lived in this world, but unfortunately, you live in a Catholicism world where there's graven images everywhere. Every park, everything. If you go to the United States, if you go anywhere, Central America, there's idols and statues of things everywhere. Those are all graven images, right? Those are all things that we are told to destroy. And in a perfect world, we would completely nail them.
Do not make an idol of Yahuwah as the pagans do to their Elohim. We should be worshiping Yahuwah as we don't see him. We shouldn't try and make an image of him so we can see him.
Rejoice in all Yahuwah has blessed you with. We're supposed to be grateful to Yahuwah. He has given us life. He has given us breath. He has given us family. We should be very grateful to him.
If you're able to take a deep breath, that's a reason to be thankful to our Creator, right? We may not all have our limbs. We may not have everything together as we age. We may not have been born with it. But you know what? If we're able to take a deep breath, that is something we need to be thankful for.
Do not do what is right in your own eyes. Do it according to Yahuwah. If you do what is right in your own eyes, our eyes are very corrupt, and we need to do as according to Yahuwah.
And that's what Christianity is, right? It's do as thou wilt. Do not hearken to the words of the false Nevi'im, prophets.
Do not make any boldness in your eyes for the dead. Again, apparently none of the pagans do. I don't know if shave their eyebrows or what, or if they all had unibrows. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all probably like bald guys with a bunch of razors dancing around. You shall not eat any abominable thing. Guys, it's that goes with injecting abominable things, right? Don't eat pig. Don't eat the unclean foods. This pig isn't real, right? And in fact, what they said, it's a carcinogen 1 now. It's as bad as smoking packs of cigarette as eating bacon. So if you want to die early, have a slot of bacon and wait for it to end.
You should give to a stranger clean food that died itself. You should not eat it. If your chicken dies, if something dies, you can take the meat and you can give it to a stranger, someone who's not keeping the Torah, but you shouldn't eat it. Give tithe of your increase of seed year by year. When you had plants and you were able to grow fields of food, you were supposed to give tithe to Yahuwah.
Laws at the end of the 7-year release. After 7 years, you're supposed to release land, people, whatever it is. You're supposed to
Slaves.
release it all.
Yeah.
Do not borrow from the nations. Borrow from within your people. Don't borrow from the nations. Probably pagans, something that they have that you're borrowing from them.
Yeah, and you get taxed, right? The banksters and all this stuff. They'll come and take your house and your car and everything else. I mean, they love when people default on their payments. Do not harden your heart, or shut your hand from the poor. More stuff, right? The more loving the broken, those who hurt, the innocent. That's what we're supposed to do, is take care of those.
Guard month 1 of Yahuwah's calendar. It was month 1 of Yahuwah's calendar is very important. It's days we get feast days and days we need to obey.
3 times a year, all males shall appear before Yahuwah. Back in the days when we were able to get to Jerusalem, that was the places that our Creator wanted us to appear to them. Nowadays, it's under control by a little group of people that I can't really say too much about, but ban.
You shall make judges and officers in all your gates. Back in a holy land, we are supposed to have people to rightly rule things. Not plant Asherah poles near the altar. You shouldn't plant Asherah poles at all. There are no other gods before Elohim, and that is what you are doing when you are planting Asherah poles.
Yeah, and you're getting a big Christmas tree in your house. I mean, there's a big old Asherah pole, Nimrod's phallus. It's all satanic. Everything is all satanic.
There must be 2 or 3 witnesses. If you're bringing some guy before a judge or condemning someone, there has to be 2 or 3 honest witnesses. They say this, that they can confirm this guy was doing grave sin.
Hearken unto the Navi, the prophet Yahuwah has chosen. Back in the days, obviously the prophets were very important. The prophets saw all the stuff we never saw. And they would alert us and let us know that we need to come before Creator in the way that He wants us to perform our lives.
Prophet test to Deuteronomy. There was a test who had set out for prophets if they were to be holy or not. They were sent by Him, and if not, you're supposed to get them out of there. Do not move your neighbor's property line. Don't move your property line to make your land a little bit bigger. Just be fair and give your neighbor what is theirs.
How to deal with false witness among Torah gears. If there's a false witness, we got to deal with him. There's laws and how we punish this guy or possibly get rid of him.
Can you pause it?
Yeah, I built a pause button in there.
That's good.
That's good.
All right, question. Colleen says, the tithe of your seed of plants, is this considered the income the tithe that was commanded to pay the dues to the church?
No.
The church takes from the Old Testament
There's no command in scriptures anywhere to pay the church. All these little roly-poly fellas that are in the pulpits that are sitting there telling you that the laws are dead, those people are demons. They are satanic. They do not deserve a dime. What you were the tithe of your end of the year release, everything was about support of the Levitical people. If you were a Levite, you did not have any chunk of land. You didn't have any land. You didn't have any inheritance other than Yahuwah being your inheritance. So when you had your first fruits, when you had all of these kind of things, you bring them to the Levites and sustain the Levites. And so all of these satanic people in all of these so-called churches, they're sitting there taxing people for 10%. It's unbiblical. We've never been told to take money and give it to the priests, the people that are there. It's one of the reasons that us, Boss Clan, has no place to donate to. Like, we have never taken a dime from anybody out there because it's ridiculous of all of these people that are trying to teach Torah and they're taxing people and they're not Levites. They're not Levitical people. And so, the word of Yah is supposed to be free. It was supposed to be given freely and never, ever hoarded. So as far as, all this donations and all these tithes and all this other stuff, save your money. Save your money, right? Go find a homeless shelter. Go to the store and find a great deal on bags of rice. Then go find a couple of families that have like a gazillion kids, 8 or 9 kids. Give them a bag of rice and they will light up like lights, right? Because that's what we're told to do, is to take care of the broken. And so today's tithes are basically taking care of the people, helping out the kingdom, expanding the kingdom. Don't get these big old fellas in these churches anything. Okay, here we are. Next, the first child is to get double portions. The commandment was there because the oldest child is supposed to take care of everybody else, like a parent, a second parent, right? And so that is the actual commandment, because you are expecting that firstborn to be very responsible and not some crazy one. Okay.
If your brother's cattle are lost and you find them, you must return them. If someone's looking for something, you end up finding them, bringing it to them. There's no need to keep it.
A woman should not wear what pertains to a man, or a man what pertains to women. No high heels for men, no beards for women, right? That's the bottom line. You know, no dresses for dudes.
If you find a bird's nest, the mother and the babies or eggs, take the babies, not the mother. So that you can keep things reproducing.
Yeah. If you build a new house with a flat roof that's able to be lived on, you must put a railing around it. This is one of these laws, you know, back in the day, they had roofs and everybody could assimilate on top of the roof. And so I guess people were bailing off and falling. So this became a commandment.
Do not be a prostitute. Pretty's always playing right. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's not the way to make money.
Do not use dirty money. Do not use money made from stuff like that.
Yeah. Or, you know, proceeds of evil, dirty money. The Torah of divorce. Terrible, terrible thing that would happen. It does happen. There are laws and ways to go through it, but Messiah says we're supposed to do everything possible not to get to those hardened heart states.
Do not take a person's millstone for a pledge. That used to be something that was super important to people back in the day. They basically had to have their millstone so they could eat.
Yeah, we didn't have Walmart. You couldn't go buy some stuff. You just had to grind your corn and stuff.
If you lend to your brother, or if you lend to your brother, do not enter. No, yeah.
If you lend your brother, do not. Oh, come on, guys.
I was going to do it.
All right, roll it.
If you lend to your brother, do not enter his house to get your payment. He must bring it to you. Return slowly before sunset, if that was his pledge.
Again, you know, it's like, don't leave these people homeless, naked, starving. I mean, that's not what our Creator wants.
Do not press to hire certain that is poor and needy. There's no need to make their life harsher. Just help them out. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin. Everyone was accountable for their own lives. Everyone was accountable for their own sin, and nobody else was accountable for you yourself. The father shall not put to death for the children's sins, and the children are not put to death for the father's sins.
You die for your own stuff, right? You commit the sins. You don't pass that on to your kids. But at the same time, the sins of the father can absolutely generational curse the kids. And those are things that, you know, you by default, you're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting everyone around you. Okay, do not go back to the forgotten sheep in the field. Leave it for the stranger, fatherless, and widow. And that just went down. That was amazing. Okay.
Do not mow your ox when he treads out grain. When your ox is out there in the field working, you should let him eat as well. He needs his strength too. If your brother dies, no child shall take his wife and their firstborn after your brother.
At the end of
At the end of 7 years,
you are to read the Torah, the Feast of Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles.
all right, there you go, guys. Beautiful. All right, so thank you guys for hanging out with us as you did this. We have a lot of times people are like, you go way too fast. I think we've solved that way too fast problem in this, and it's a little bit different. So for those of you that get bored of the commands, which I would hope you don't, you can obviously fast forward it. And so let us get into our reading, Shabbat reading here. We are in the beautiful, beautiful book of Devarim. And this is just a tremendous book. Jade, will you please give us a breakdown of where we are to this point, from Moshe to chapter 20?
So Moshe freed his people out of Egypt. They were slaves for almost 400 years. Moshe had to get them out of there, as Jehovah commanded him. There's a lot of miracles, a lot of great things happened. The people lose faith every couple days, it seems. And then he has to remind them who they are, and then they get cursed. They get punished. Yahuwah published them off for betraying him and going against them. Sometimes they go to other nations and worship other mighty. Moshe's been through a lot at this point, and he's pretty old now. And so the last generation was cursed for their unbelief, and they were scared of giants. The giants are still in the land, so they're going to basically cleanse the land of the giants. So that Moshe is telling people what they need to do. They need to obey Yahuwah. And in the last chapter, he told them to make cities for themselves. If they are going to, if someone kills someone by accident, they need to run to a city. They are protected there. If you kill someone purposely, well, you can run to the city, but they're probably going to kick you out.
So do you think Moshe got more cranky as he got older, or do you think he got more patient?
He probably understood them more. I would think, but I mean, at some point it wears you down, and I mean...
You've heard about the old men in the grass, get off my grass. Get off the yard.
Well, they were always dealing with it. These guys, Moshe had like 4 years of just straight dealing with this. These guys didn't.
Yeah.
These guys, like one little kid runs in the yard, they freak out.
Yeah.
They didn't grow up like that.
But I guess we could say poor Moshe, right?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to try his job?
No.
I don't either. Okay, here we are, guys. Devarim, chapter 20, verse 1. When you go out to battle against your enemies and shall see horses and chariots and people more numerous than you, do not be afraid of them, for Yahuwah your Elohim, who brought you up from the land of Mitzrayim, is with you. Guys, this is a command for all of us, right? This is a lot of us, we'll pick up the bills out of our mailbox, right? And the bills are just astounding. it looks to us like the battle is against us, and the enemies have obviously flooded in. It really, really, really hurts, right? Life sometimes really, really, really hurts. The things that happen, sometimes it's not fair, right? Sometimes the world seems like it is absolutely against us. But when it is against us, we have to remember that our Creator is not, he doesn't not know what's going on, right? When you understand the power of the Ruach HaKodesh and the power of Elohim Most High, and the kind of power that comes with being infinite like he is, nothing is left to chance, right? Everything that happens is because it has been willed by our Creator. Whether it be good, whether it be bad, nothing happens without him. And so when you are shaken, when those life's problems and the chariots of people of life are coming after you, just remember that our Creator is huge. And these are the things that our Messiah has very clearly told us not to worry about, and that we can't add a single day to our life when we sit and worry. And it doesn't make any sense. So guys, we got to take that advice and trust Yah for everything too. And it shall be when you draw near to the battle that the Kohen come and speak to all the people and say to them, Hear, O Yisrael, you are drawing near today to battle with your enemies. Do not let your heart faint. Do not fear or tremble or be afraid of them. For Yahuwah your Elohim is he who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. Huge words, right? This goes for us today, right? Do not be afraid of our enemies. Be aware of our surroundings, but do not sit and worry about your enemies. Our Creator knows his people, and you are not forgotten. 5, and the officer shall speak to the people, saying, Who is the man who has built a new house and has not dedicated it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle and another man dedicate it. Okay, and there's actually laws, right? We have laws. What's the marriage law, gentlemen?
If you're married within you have a full year of non-military service.
Yeah, so if you get married, you can skip the battle for a year as you build your family. And when you think about that commandment, and you think about things like Christians are like, oh, let's throw the laws on the cross. You have this commandment that says you are to spend a year domesticating your life after you get married, instead of getting married out of the honeymoon and right to the battlefield, right? And all of a sudden your wife is left to what? Just sitting around. This gives you a year that you can be with your wife, you can develop your family, and then you go off to war, and then you come back home, and you're hoping that your family's still great, right? Amazing laws. 5, and the officers shall speak to the people, saying, we're 6. A vineyard and has not begun to use it. Let him also go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle and another man should begin to use it. And who is the man who is engaged to a woman and has not taken her? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle and another take her. Again, it's just fundamentals for a life in Yisrael. If you didn't want to go to battle, it's probably best to go get married at least for a year. You can go at least domesticate yourself for a year before you have to go potentially get killed. 8, and the officers shall speak further to the people and say, Who is the man who is afraid and tender of heart? Let him go and return to his house, lest the heart of his brothers faint like his heart. Huge stuff, right? Wow. If you are the cowardly lion, if everything is terrifying you, if you're one of these weaklings that doesn't like violence, and that happens, right? A lot of people don't like violence. You go home, right? The last thing you want to do in battle is have a bunch of guys freaking out, and they're like, one guy that's sitting there terrified is going to spool up all the other terrified people, and all of a sudden you got people that are scared to death to even fight, and those aren't the soldiers that you want. When you're in battle, you absolutely must have those who are not weak. Your life is in their hands. 9. And it shall be when the officers have finished speaking to the people, and that they shall appoint commanders of the divisions to lead the people. When you draw near to a city to fight against it, then you shall make a call for peace to it. And it shall be that if it accepts your call for peace and shall open to you, then all the people found in it are to be your compulsory labor and serve you. But if it does not make peace with you and shall fight against you, then you shall besiege it, and Yahuwah your Elohim shall give it into your hands, and you shall smite every male in it with the edge of the sword. Only the women and the little ones and the livestock and all that is in the city and all its spoil you take as plunder for yourself, which you shall eat the enemy's plunder, which Yahuwah your Elohim gives you. Do so to all the cities which are very far from you, which are not of the cities of these nations. Only of the cities of your people, which Yahuwah your Elohim gives as an inheritance, you do not keep alive any that breathe. But you shall certainly put them under the ban, the Kittite, the Amorite, and the Canaanite, and the Perizzite, and the Kiwite, and the Jebusite, as Yahuwah your Elohim has commanded you, lest they teach you to do according to all their abominations which they have done for their mighty ones, and you sin against Yahuwah your Elohim. Now, these two verses right here are the life history of Yisrael, from the days of Saul to all of the people, even Joshua, right? Joshua fouled up Yahushua. And I'm not talking the Messiah Yahushua. I'm talking Joshua, the guy that was after Moshe. He really, really, really jacked it up. Instead of consulting our Creator, he got bamboozled. He got hoodwinked because all of the people came in weird outfits, like they'd been on the run for years, and went and made an oath with him. And all of a sudden, all of these people were now in and around you. And just like the days of Solomon, all of Solomon's evil that he did with the women, they taught him sorcery. They taught him witchcraft. They taught him serving other Elohim. And that's what we don't want to do, which is why we're called to be separated from this world. 19. When you besiege a city for a long time by fighting against it to take it, you do not destroy its trees by wielding an axe against them. If you do eat of them, do not cut them down. For is the tree of the field a man to be besieged by you? And again, this is stuff that, when you're foolish enough to say that the laws of our Creator should be nailed to the tree, you come across things like this, right? This is a battle command that when you destroy an area, don't just start hacking the trees down, right? The trees aren't a man. They didn't do anything to you, and they are going to sustain you, right? Everything our Creator says is good. 20. Only the trees which you know are not trees for food you do destroy and cut down to build siege works against the city. That is fighting against you until it falls. So if it is a tree you're not going to eat, hack it down, rip it up, and then start smashing the gates of the city that you're trying to take over. So there we have it, gentlemen, folks, ladies, gentlemen, the laws, these beautiful Torah commands, these beautiful books that are in Torah that give us these Torah commands. There's nothing that is outdated. There's nothing that's ancient. It is all as current as the current today that we are in. Now, here we are into Yochanan, the book, chapter 14. Book John, as those know, there were no J's in Hebrew. That's why our Messiah's name was not Jesus. His name was Yahushua. That's why John's name isn't John, is Yochanan. The H under this, especially if you're reading Yah Scriptures, is a KH sound. And so it's Yochanan. And so here we are, Yochanan 14. Who's giving me a recap, gentlemen? Either one of you, because Jade has run away.
So you had all the way from the birth of Yehoshua up until now is where we're at. And Yehoshua, his entire life, he was set apart. He was Yahuwah's firstborn. He is the son of Yahuwah, and he was chosen to save the world. So when he became about 30 years old, the Ruach HaKodesh came upon him. He was baptized by John the Baptist and got the Ruach HaKodesh and started his ministry. He started teaching. And along that way, he gained a following, but he also gained a lot of enemies. The people that were extorting the people, that were leading people astray, and Yahushua came to restore order to the Torah and restore the Torah that was forgotten. The people that had taken that and desecrated the name of Yahuwah and the name of his commands and in the sight of greed and for evil. Yahushua was there preaching against that, and it has made people angry to the point where they want to kill him, where they are plotting against his death. And as he goes to Jerusalem into his final days, he is going to be as a sacrifice, as the firstborn unblemished sacrifice for our people.
Yeah, and when you read the Old Testament and you read the Levitical priesthood side of things about the firstborns and the sacrifices and just the killing of the firstborn, even in Mitzrayim in Egypt, it's astounding that our Creator followed through with that firstborn sacrifice the same way that we had commands prior, the same way that Abram was commanded to sacrifice up his child. That's what our Creator did to his own son, which is why it is an astounding thing. Here we are, chapter 14, verse 1. Let not your heart be troubled. Believe in Yahuwah. Believe also in me. Okay, big stuff, right? That is a commandment right there from our Messiah. So when you're looking at what commandments does our Messiah say? Well, there's one right there that we need to believe in our Messiah. And when you read the original, when you read all through the prophets and the histories and all of this, everybody knew Messiah Yahushua was coming, right? This was not this was not something that just happened in the New Testament. This was something that had been prophesied for hundreds and hundreds of years. Even in the books of Adam and Kawa, it's very clear that they knew a Messiah was coming. Something was coming to save them at some point. And so when we have this commandment of believing in our Messiah, it's very, very clear, right? That the Son did indeed come, and that belief is truly what will give us an attorney, that will give us an argument with a person that's going to argue for us. And so we must have the belief in our Messiah. We also must have the commandments. If you have one and you don't have the other, it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? It doesn't. It's a two-way street, and we have to take both lanes of this road to qualify ourselves according to what Scripture says. Verse 2, in my Father's house are many staying places, and if not, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. Now, I love this verse, right? A lot of other ones is in my Father's house are many mansions, and if it were not so, I wouldn't be saying this. These are things that we can get a glimpse into the future, into what does the kingdom look like? What does the life after this life mean? And if our Creator's Son says that in his Father's house, there's a lot of staying places. Who could even guess what kind of staying places it would be? But I can guarantee you it's going to be better than a Motel 6. It's going to be the most exquisite place that you could ever be. And I believe when our Messiah says this, I believe that this is, something that those of us who believe, those of us who are faithful, those of us who have repented, those of us who are working hard in this Torah, that we will truly see this. Messiah then continues to say, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I shall come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, you might be too. And where I go, you know, and the way you know. Now Toma said to him, Adonai, we do not know where you are going, and how are we able to know the way? Yahushua said to him, I am the way, and the truth, and the Kai, the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. This is a lot of Christians will get onto this. They're like, oh, okay, well, it's got to be the Trinity. It's not the Trinity, right? You are not going to have an advocate against your sins if we do not have a Messiah. Our faith in our Messiah is what establishes our advocacy and our attorney that is going to wield his strength for us. It's we want to be known by our Creator's Son. 7, if you had known me, you would have known my Father too. From now on, you know him and have seen him. Now, this is a lot of people get confused, right? They're like, okay, well, here it is. This is it. This is the Trinity right here. From now on, you've seen him, right? How can this be, right? How can you do this? Well, it's the same way that when I send my kids out, and one of my kids is a computer tech, one's a graphic designer, and one's a cook. Now, when I send my kids out, and everybody that I've sent them out to, most of the people all know me. And in the event that some horrible event is going to happen, somehow this word would get back to me. So what happens is that because my kids are out there, the people, it's representing me, right? If the people know my kids, they absolutely know me, right? They know the ways that I've raised my children. They know our morals. They know that if I didn't rip them off in the last decade and a half of working with them, that my kids are probably going to maintain this exact same thing. So because these guys saw the Messiah, and there's some sound effects, because these guys had seen the Messiah, they saw the Father. How can this be, right? Well, because the Son was representing the Father. The Son was representing the Torah. The Son was representing the kingdom. This was the representative that we needed. So if we saw our Messiah in action, then we have seen our Creator in action, because the Son and the Father are working together as the same team. Just like my family, my wife and my kids, we work together as a team, but I am not them. They are not me. We are a team. And if those ask me who my son, if somebody asks Jaden who his father is, and Jaden will say, I am. Are you the son of Jason? I am. Same kind of thing, right? So when we see the representative of the kingdom in the flesh, and the representative is doing the kinds of things that Messiah Yahushua did, then yes, we have seen the kingdom right before our eyes. 8, Philippos said to him, Adonai, show us the Father, and it is enough for us. Yahushua said to him, have I been with you so long, and you have not known me? Philippos, he who has seen me has seen the Father, and how do you say, show us the Father? Again, all of these guys saw the Messiah healing people. They saw him walking amongst them. They saw him for years. And so they saw the things that he did, and he represented the kingdom. This is the Father-Son dynamic duo. It is not the Father-Son, Ruach HaKodesh, all-in-one dynamic duo. The Father and the Son are individuals. 10, do you not believe that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me? The words that I speak to you, I do not speak for myself, but the Father who stays in me does his works. Again, guys, I would like to bring this to my family, right? My sons my sons have their father in them, right? I raise them. They know what makes me mad. They know what makes me tick. They know how I want things done, right? They know that if I walk in their office and it's going to be all jacked up, that it's going to be, Pops is going to be all over people, right? Everything, right? They are little me's. They grew up to be their own little thems, but at the same time, they are still representing all of me. And so if you know my kids, you absolutely will know me, and that you'll know the works that I did. So please don't get trapped up in this Trinity deception. It's not real. And if you want to say, okay, well, that sounds like the Trinity, what we just read, you have to take the rest of the scriptures where our Messiah very clearly quotes his dad, where he says he's not his dad, where he says he's coming in his dad's will. You have to have all of the scriptures to be able to understand what scriptures say, because if you just take these words and you're like, well, it says that he's in him and then vice versa, you could get tripped up. But this is why we are astute Bereans. We read our scriptures. We don't get tricked up on the stuff where people want to deceive us and have us praying to the wrong individual. Continuing on 12. Truly, truly, I say to you, he who believes in me, the works that I do shall do also, and greater than these he shall do, because I go to my Father. Okay, this is where it starts breaking the Trinity spell. He goes to his Father. Could he go to his Father if he was the Father? Right? You know what I mean? I am going to it's like me going out to the store, and I'm going to say I am going to go to the husband. I'm going to go home as the husband. That's the same thing. I am the husband, right? It wouldn't make any sense. So when Messiah says he goes to his Father, he's saying that very, very plainly, that he's going to go to his Father. If he was the Father, he would be lying to us. And so this is where we have to break these spells we've been under. 13. And whatever you ask in my name, that I shall do, in order that the Father might be esteemed in the Son, the bin. If you ask whatever in my name, I shall do it. Okay, big stuff, right? We always end our prayers in the name of Yahushua, because this is something that, it's very clear what our Messiah has told us, and the power, the way things work. And so we always end our prayers in the name of Messiah Yahushua. And so continuing on, Messiah Yahushua says, if you love me, you shall guard my commands. Now, this is a tricky one for Christians, right? Because the Christians have been tricked into believing they only have 2 commands. And the 2 commands that they have is to, they say they have the 10 commandments, but nobody keeps them because they don't keep the Shabbat. But what they do say is what Messiah says. And when Messiah was attacked by the Pharisaicals and Sadduceical people, they ask him, what is the greatest of the commands? And Messiah Yahushua says the greatest of the commands is to love our Creator with all our heart, mind, and soul. And the second of that is to love our neighbor as ourselves. Now, the Christians will wrap this up and they say, well, that's it. That's all you got. Because the ending of that is Messiah says this is what the Torah hangs on, right? And when you look at, if the Torah hangs on 2 commands, and one command is to love our Elohim with all our heart, mind, and soul, then everything that our Elohim Most High says is value, right? So if we say we love him, but we hate his commands, you're not guarding the commands. Now, the thing is, everybody's like, well, I do that. I love God with all my heart, mind, and soul, and I love my neighbors myself. And they will very clearly tell you that with a straight face. And you ask them, do you keep the commandments? No, I don't need to. I don't have to. That's not for me. That's for the Jews or other people. But yet the Jews, they keep a whole other set of commandments. There's just confusion across the board. 16. And I shall ask the Father, and he shall give you another helper to stay with you forever. The Ruach of the truth, whom the world is unable to receive because it does not see him or know him. But you know him, for he stays with you and shall be in you. Okay, this is the helper, right? This is the big deal. This is the power, the supernatural power of the hand of the creator of the universe is going to be sent to us, is going to be there. And that's why we have been told to keep our temples clean. This is why we're not supposed to inject ourselves with poisons that these crazy people in white coats tell us to inject. And then they come out years later and like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, or Operation Warp Speed. That was, whoopsies, we missed that one, right? We must be set apart in everything we do. 18, I shall not leave you as orphans. I shall not leave you orphans. I am coming to you. Yet a little while, and the world no longer sees me, but you shall see me, because I live, and you shall live. In that day you shall know that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you. Okay, let's take this, guys. This is a big one, right? In that day you shall know that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you. Did this just say that you and I are part of the Trinity? Does this just say that the Father, the Son, the Ruach HaKodesh, and you and me, we're all one big egg, right? So at that level, would you be God, right? Do you understand what this means? Because our Messiah just clarified what he said a couple verses up. In that day you shall know that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you. Now, Jaden, are you in me and I in you?
I am.
Right? I mean, you do the will, my wishes, right? I mean, you attempt to the very best of your abilities and have, a reigning fury if it doesn't happen. So, guys, what we're saying here is that this is a big team, right? If you have your creator, you have his Torah, your creator and his Torah is in you. Because you have the creator and the Torah, and you have the faith of our Messiah, he's also in you, right? This doesn't say you are the creator. It doesn't say you're the son. It says that we are all one big team. And because of your actions, what you do in your life, you are either part of the world or you're part of Yah's kingdom. And so if you are part of Yah's kingdom, then we'll see our creator. We'll see his son because we understand that that's all part of the kingdom walk. 20. In that day you shall know that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you. He who possesses my commands and guards them, it is he who loves me. And he who loves me shall be loved by my Father, and I shall love him and manifest myself to him. Now, Messiah Yahushua gave us commands all throughout the first 4 books of the Besorah, the good news. He says to do the will of his Father. He says to keep the commandments. He says we will be tossed to oblivion and denied entry into the kingdom if we don't keep it. He says there's a little gate, and most people make it through the gate, but everybody falls to the left and right. And he also says that most people don't make it. So how do we make use of this? Because the commands he's speaking of are his Father's commands because he represents his Father. So all of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy are his commands. They were given by his Father, but because he keeps them, they're his commands. They're also my commands, right? I'm not saying I'm Elohim Most High. I'm saying that because I keep the commandments of our Creator, that I love them. I keep them. I call them my commands. These are all things that we're supposed to have, and then we guard them, right? You don't just keep the commands and possess them, but you guard them. And as somebody who came from an MMA background, fighting was my life. That's what I like to do. I like to inflict damage and I like to take damage. It's just the way it is. And what you do is when you guard yourself in any kind of a fight world, and that's sorry for my dogs, you put your hands up, you put your dukes up. And when somebody tries to punch you in the face, you block the punch. When somebody takes the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator and says they're dead, they died on the cross, you don't deal with it, right? These people are not legit. Anybody that says that, Jay, will you please take care of the dogs? Anybody that says that the commandments are gone is not legitimate. They don't understand that, and these are not people that you should be listening to. 22. Yahuda, not the one from Kirioth, not the evil one, said to him, Adonai, what has come about that you are about to manifest yourself to us and not to the world? Yahushua answered him, if anyone loves me, he shall guard my word, and my Father shall love him. And we shall come to him and make our stay with him. Huge deal, right? Right here, you get a promise. You get a word. You get something that is absolutely great, right? You have, sorry again for my dogs, guys. It is something that if we are guarding the words of the Father, we have the Father and the Son in us. That is what our lives become. The Christians will say, just ask Jesus into your heart. There's nowhere in scriptures that says that. There's no place that we have any kind of doctrine like that. So obviously they don't have a clue. 25. These I have spoken to you while still with you. But the Helper, the Ruach HaKodesh, whom the Father shall send in my name, he shall teach you all and remind you of all that I said to you. Peace, shalom, I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give it as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. You heard, I said to you, I am going away, and I am coming to you. If you love me, you would have rejoiced that I said, I am going to the Father. For my Father is greater than I. Again, if he was the Father, then this statement would be a little weird.
Wouldn't make sense.
Wouldn't make any sense at all. I am going to the Father, for my Father is greater than I. Wait. How do we make the Trinity work? Right? You can't. That's the problem with the Trinity. It doesn't work in all of the scriptures. In fact, it doesn't work at all. It's a deception. It's a lie. It's from the throne of hell is where that stuff came from. Continuing on. 29. And now I have told you before it takes place, that when it does take place, you shall believe. Okay, this is a prophecy of what is happening, that Messiah knew he was going to die, that these guys still didn't understand this entire thing, and that, it's prophetic. Messiah prophesies his entire death, and this is it. And when he died, then everybody's like, oh my goodness, I get it. Oh my. This is what he was saying the entire time. 30, I shall no longer talk much with you, for the ruler of this world is coming, and he possesses not in me. But in order for the world to know that I love the Father, and that as the Father commanded me, so I am doing. Rise up. Let us go from here. Now, here's the thing, right? Again, it's breaking the Trinity one moment at a time. How is it possible that he's going to his Father? All of this stuff, right? Guys, let's break this Trinity. Let's come back to scriptures. Let's make sure scriptures rule our lives with the authority that is in these scriptures. So, guys, with that, we love you all. We hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful end of your Shabbat. It is where, let's see here. Anything else in there? Did you have anything, Miss
Before
Nicole?
you start.
Yeah.
Where is it? Obi Lines Chris says, nowhere in scriptures does Yehoshua say he's Yahuwah, only by twisting the stretching a few verses. Is there any way to argue for this?
Well, that's the thing is the argument is the scriptures themselves. But the problem is because people don't open all the scriptures, what you say isn't going to relate to them. So you can show them time and time and time again. In fact, like the book of 1 John, 2 John, there's a tremendous amount of just straight up Messiah. Just very clearly, they very clearly say who the deity of Messiah is. But you can argue with people till they're blue in the face, and we've lost really hardcore Torah people here on this channel that have been Torah keepers for 30 years that are Trinity believers. And they will fight tooth and nail all the way to the end. They even silence people on their channels because the people are here, and they'll go to another channel and they're teaching Trinity stuff, and it doesn't make any sense. And so I as far as arguing with people, I have a thing on yahuandthetorah.net which very clearly outlines the divinity and who our Creator is and who the Son is by His own word. So take a look at Yahuwah and the Torah. It's the Trinity breaking thing. I don't know if you can get to it fast enough before
Probably not, but I can try.
Yeah, so that is the best way to do this. So, all right, guys. Jade, will you please bless our brothers and sisters?
Yehovah block you and guard you. Yehovah made his face shine upon you and take favor to you. Yehovah lifted his face upon you and gave you peace.
Okay, all right, everybody. We love you guys very much. We have 4 songs here, and we're going to 5 or 3 songs. Sorry, 5. I'm talking to Eli here as well. So we are going to do some trivia as we do it. You guys are able to play it on the way out. Let's see how good you guys are as far as Bereans go, and we love you guys very, very much.
Open my eyes so I can see what Yahuwah has surrounding me. Chariots of fire on every side. Fear disappears when you abide. I'm blinded secret lines, and God reveals their hidden designs. Alicia speaking what they got me known. Every trap overturned, overthrown. The melancholy rage, thinking betrayal. The truth exposed, every detail. There's an envy in this rival's land. Who hears your words before they stand? Open my eyes so I can see what Yahuwah has surrounding me. Chariots of fire on every side. Fear disappears when you abide. Nighttime siege around the town. Elisha's help are breaking down. No, no, what shall we do today? Fear not, more with us see. Elisha say, Yahuwah, open his eyes to see. The mountains blaze with fiery decree. Chariots blazing across the sky. Warriors of heaven standing high. Open my eyes so I can see what Yahuwah has surrounding me. Chariots of fire on every side. Fear disappears when you abide. When fear surrounds and shadows grow, remember what Yah wants you to know. Unseen armies move at His word. His strength stands firm, unshaken, undisturbed. Enemies blinded at Yah's command, led by Elisha to another land. Mercy shown instead of death, kindness given with every breath. Those who attack the violent roar turn from their ways and fought no more. Open my eyes so I can see what Yahuwah has surrounding me. Chariots of fire on every side. Fear disappears when you abide.
All right, fam. What do you got? Anyone in this one get this one? Who do you
Somebody
got?
did.
Somebody get it?
Baruch Yahuwah.
Baruch Yahoo is the
It
winner.
says 7.
7 times, yep.
Or
Naaman.
she. I
No, who-
don't know if it's-
he or she. Naaman originally thought the rivers of Damascus, Abana, and Pharpar were much better than the muddy Jordan. All right, next song, y'all. 6.
Show me your mercy, let your presence stay. Walk with me, Yahuwah, lead my way. If you're not here, I won't take one step. Show me your mercy, my soul's request. Moshe cried out a trembling voice. Without you, yeah, there is no choice. How will they know? You're tender enough to answer prayer. We cry like Moshe again today. Stay with us, God, don't turn away. Your presence is life, our breath, our pain. Show us your mercy. Oh, show me your mercy. Let your presence stay. Walk with me, Yahuwah, lead my way. If you're not here, I won't take one step. Show me your mercy, my soul's request. Show me your mercy, let your presence stay. Walk with me, Yahuwah, lead my way. If you're not here, I won't take one step. Show me your mercy, my soul's request.
All right, everybody, final song here for those that's a cause who didn't get this one here. Good job to everybody who's playing around with us.
Baruch Yahuwah got it again.
Baruch Yahuwah, you are a Berean. I hope you're not cheating there, my friend. Okay, here we are. Much love, guys. This is the final song. Eyes Like Fire. This is out of Revelations.
Around the throne where colors stream, thunder voices, jasper gleam. Kodesh, Kodesh, creatures cry. Yahuwah reigns from Shamayim high. Door in Shamayim open wide. Come up, hear a voice reply. Yochanan carried by Ruach's might into realms of endless light. One on the throne in radiant dress, rainbow emerald crown embrace. Esteem that more than words can show, flow like rivers holy roll. Color stream, thunder voices, jasper gleam. Kodesh, Kodesh, creatures cry. Yahuwah reigns from Shamayim high. 24 elders cast their crown, falling low with faces down. Lightning flashes, thunders roll, 7 lamps before the scroll. Crystal sea like glass below, reflecting all his fiery glow. 4 beings full of watching eyes, God and praise that never dies. Around the throne where colors stream, thunder voices, jasper gleam. Kodesh, Kodesh, creatures cry. Yahuwah reigns from Shamayim high. Lion roars, the ox stands strong. Man in wisdom moves along. Eagles soaring in the height, guardians of the throne of light. Day and night their voices soar. Kodesh, Yahuwah forevermore. Baruch, the one whom all adore, maker of creation's core. Where colors stream, thunder voices, jasper gleam. Kodesh, Kodesh, creatures cry. Yahuwah reigns from Shamayim high. Elders echo you alone, made all things from your great throne. By your will all life began. Yahuwah, unchanging plan. When storms of earth feel loud below, turn your eyes where rainbows glow. Lightning thrown in endless song, where the set apart ones belong. Around the throne, colors stream, thunder voices, jasper gleam. Kodesh, Kodesh, creatures cry. Yahuwah reigns from Shamayim high. Around the throne, where colors stream, thunder voices, jasper gleam. Kodesh, Kodesh, creatures cry. Yahuwah reigns from Shamayim high.
All right, beautiful family. We love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of this little reading that we have out there. May Yahuwah bless you and keep you. May his light forever shine on you. May Messiah Yahushua always be a part of the kingdom to come in your life. May we all meet each other in the kingdom to come, embrace each other, hug each other for following in the way of Yahuwah and being a